Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Behind the Group podcast. I am DJ Keo.
And I am Basil Barrington. And today we are back with Obi-Wan Kenobi, part 5. And this episode got an 8.1. That's an IMDb rating. What do you think about that? Is that a good rating?
There's a lot more action and stuff happening in this episode. I questioned some of the strategic things, but, it was definitely a better episode. A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it felt more like a Star Wars show or movie this episode than in the previous, episodes or parts.
Yeah.
That's what I thought anyway. And it also looks like Kenobi is starting to get his mojo back, right?
He's acting like a freaking Jedi again. Like,
imagine that.
Where was this the whole show?
Yeah.
This guy decided, I got a lightsaber. Let me use it. I got a force push. I can use that too. Like, where was this?
There were some things
like, do your job, man.
There were some things that we spoke about, like just briefly offline and just throughout the other episodes we reviewed. We called some things out. We said, hey, this will happen. This will happen. This will happen. Let me just give you a quick list of things we said would happen. You said Reva would become the Grand Inquisitor. She did.
Yeah.
You also said that Reva may, be after Vader. She is.
Yeah.
I said that
she's double agent.
Right. You said she was a double agent. I said that Reva is probably one of those kids in the first episode who got switched up, right? But she survived,
Yep.
I also said that the original Grand Inquisitor is actually alive because that's what IMDb said. And, it's still some sort of a loophole there, like a cliff. It's like, how did he die?
Well, he's in the TV show. He's in that cartoon, The Rebels. He's in the show still. So, and that's supposed to happen way in the future, or later on.
Yeah.
So he's still alive.
I did a search on Disney Plus, and I just typed in like Inquisitor, right? Nothing came up. Nothing. Like, and that's searching like everything within Disney Plus, Star Wars, everything.
Yeah, it should be TV shows, everything. Like something should pop up.
Nothing came up, dude, because I was like, where are the Inquisitors? So you said they're in Rebels, huh?
Yeah, but they're like new characters they created in the last couple of years in the Star Wars universe. I can't remember them before. I could be wrong. So, if I am, correct me in the comment section. But like, I believe like they're new characters they created after like all the movies and all that other stuff.
Right.
As far as I know. You got to add the caveats here. As far as I know.
So is this, and I'll ask you this offline. So is this like super predictable, or are we just really good at getting some of these things right?
I say it's a bit of both. Like I said offline, like we watch a lot of movie and TV shows. Like we see a lot of this stuff. And I think the writing on this show has been as straightforward as can be. Because, like you're chasing Leia, you're going from this plant to go to another plant to go to another plant. Like a lot of this plot was just set up to move the story rather than tell a good story. Because like we were like, oh, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. Like it was just pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it was.
And that's why I said like there has to be fights. And I thought it was going to Obi-Wan and Reva, but I guess that's gonna be tomorrow or the next week. I guess that's their fight. And the Obi-Wan and Anakin / Darth Vader was in this episode. I said those two fights are going to happen.
Yep.
And I think the next one is going to be the Reva fight or whatever. So we'll see how that goes.
If she survives.
How is she still? Okay, we got to talk about that. How is she still alive?
How is she still alive? People. How is the Grand Inquisitor still alive? Because she sliced them,
2 people in this universe got stabbed in the chest and they're still walking around like everything's fine. I would like them to explain this to me.
Yeah, see.
Because I'm assuming she's human, right? She seems human.
Yeah,
like, you put some eyebrows on her or something to make you up your alien. Like she looks human. So if she got stabbed in her heart, the only thing I can come to the conclusion is if when she was taken as a youngling after she got semi-stabbed in, She's got stabbed twice in her lifetime. Maybe they put some robot parts in her, and that's why she's still alive. Like that's the only conclusion they can come up with because none of this makes any sense.
Yeah.
So maybe she got the Darth Vader treatment, and they got her some robot stomach parts or whatever.
Well, what about the Grand Inquisitor? Because he, Reva sliced him up, and he's still alive.
Well, you can make the argument he's alien and his heart's in a different place. Like you can always do that. Oh, he's an alien. You can make that argument.
He has no heart.
He has 5 hearts, and this has only got 1 heart. It's okay still. Like say like you do that. He's an alien. That's always the fallback for that kind of stuff. But like Reva doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, the other thing is Vader, he seems to be slipping. I mean, his powers, he's not as swift, why didn't he realize that there was no one on the ship that he was, forcing down?
Yeah. His force ability should be like, oh, there's no people on here. Let me just let this thing go.
Right.
He should have known. And then it annoyed me is that he did all this power, pulled this ship down, and then broke it apart. He ripped the ship apart, which was very cool. I have to say, though, it was cool.
That was cool, wasn't it?
And then he just sat there like, oh, wait, this other ship's going up. Oh, well.
Just like, let it go. Why not force that down as well?
Yeah,
right?
He should have been like, boom, boom, both of them. Like, yo.
Yeah. It's again, it's like, again, it's some, there's some cliffs, some loopholes, just it's things that, they just leave undone. It's just like, okay, the Grand Inquisitor, like he was stabbed. Why is he here now?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
There's a lot of plot holes. I shouldn't say plot holes, just things unexplained.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Unexplained things that could have been fixed with some better writing. Because I have to say this about all of the Disney Star Wars, like all the stuff after George Lucas, the writing is like, they talk like regular people. They don't talk like they're from a galaxy far away.
Yeah. They
talk like, oh, I'm going to get some Starbucks. Hey, buddy, like they talk like regular people. They, you know what I'm saying? They don't
Let's go have some tea and biscuits.
Yeah. They have dialogue like I was born in America, not in Tatooine or some galaxy far away. They just talk normal, and like it's annoying thing for me. Like I notice it, like the dialogue, because George wrote it in a way so it felt different. It didn't feel like, oh, these guys are from New York, like in The Mandalorian, they had Bill Burr in there, and he had a Boston accent. I'm like,
yeah,
like, okay. Yeah, he's a Southie
Boston
from
survived.
Boston. Like,
Boston survived in like year 25. How about that?
Yeah. But like, is that the way that the dialogue and the writing was? Like, it doesn't feel like Star Wars. It just feels like a regular TV show that's set in Star Wars. And that's why there's so many plot holes and loops and stuff like that. Stuff that should have been like, you spend a little bit more time polishing up, or if you need the show 10 minutes longer, like you do that because someone has to say a special line to let you know this is this or whatever. They didn't do any of that. They're just like, go, get this thing out. We need product. Go.
Yeah,
So you want to talk about the plot, or oh yes, that's what else do you want to say?
No, I was just gonna say that I did like this episode though. It was pretty cool.
You want to
give
better.
You want to give a brief overview, and then we can just get right into it.
Yeah. So Obi-Wan, they escape off of that base, the Inquisitor's base, and they fly to this rebel planet there. Now, Obi-Wan was like at the beginning of the thing, like, hey, I need to take this ship. And Ice Cube's son was like, nah, you can't take this ship. Everybody's been waiting for months. Like, but they had 2 ships there.
Yeah.
So why couldn't Obi-Wan just take one ship and they take the other ship and peace out? They could have done that a long time ago. Skipped all of this.
And they sacrificed the ship, that Vader destroyed, right?
That was poor writing.
Yeah.
So basically, they get to this planet here, and the main hangar doors at the roof close because Leia's robot went bad, which is, I don't know how that's possible because, Reva didn't have time to program the thing. She just put a bug on it, like a tracer.
Well, but we both said, like, how did she put the bug on the tracer on the machine, right? And we don't know what sort of programming it had, but apparently
the tracer makes her robot become a traitor. Like, that's like that seems weird. Like the lights turned red. And I'm like, yo, you didn't notice this? Like, you're sitting your robot's blue this entire time. The lights turn red, so it's evil now. You didn't notice this? Like, okay, all right, well,
yeah.
I had a laugh out loud moment. I had two of them. And the one was when Leia was like, "Give me a ladder." I died.
Dude,
I was on the floor.
What did I tell you about Leia? Leia may be the star of this show, for real. She takes
is
no
the
mess.
Leia show.
This is the
It's the
Leia
Leia
show,
hour.
for real. You know?
I was on the floor when she said, "Give me a ladder." And she climbed up there. And then she was just pulling out wires. I was like, yo. And the Ice Cube son was looking at her like, yo, playtime's over, princess. I died. Like, I was rolling on the floor.
Kenobi was like, do it. I trust her.
Like,
you trust her. Do it.
So, okay, I had a question, right? Because I was like, I thought it was like, oh, it's like a tiny conduit. And like, you need robots to get up there. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe Leia can fit in there. But like, she has no training. How does she know how to fix anything? She's princess. Like, she's playing in the field. Like, what
she knows.
She know about
listen, man. Leia, she knows a lot. I'm telling you, this is the Leia show.
It is the Leia show.
It's the Leia show,
a side
dude.
character.
Yeah,
on his own show. He's a side character.
I was about to say, it's so weird because we look at some of these series, and you see how some of the main powerful characters are women, right?
I think that's intentional for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
they're
the
writing
Expanse
in.
is women.
Like, they want women to be useful and not just be side thing or whatever. Like, I get that. Like, I'm okay with that. Totally.
I'm okay with that.
This is the Obi-Wan show, though. We need more Obi-Wan.
That's not going to happen, man. He's feeble.
Yeah, I know. He's a side character in his own show.
But he is getting his forces. He is getting his strength back.
He finally. But like, it goes back to what I said on the last show. I do not like the main characters. Like, you got to go some crisis thing or whatever. Like, that's fine. But like, the main character needs to be competent at all times.
Yeah.
You need to be awesome, doing awesome things at all times. I'm sorry, like, it just bothers me when I see it. If Obi-Wan got injured and that's why he couldn't use the Force, I'd be like, okay, cool. But he was just like, I am gonna be feeble this entire time, and I'm gonna be useless for like 4 episodes. I'm gonna be useless, and everyone's gonna leave me around like, oh no, I don't like that at all.
I am Kenobi, and I am feeble.
yeah, cutting up tuna. Like, all right, so they get to the planet. He does this thing. Leia's trying to get the barn doors open, and we cut to Reva, and she becomes the Grand Inquisitor. Darth Vader's proud of her for some reason after like she wrecked up the whole base, and she's the reason why they got away in the first place.
Yeah,
but like, Darth Vader's proud of her, and he makes her Grand Inquisitor, and they're like, the tracker worked. We're gonna go to this planet and get her. What was the name of the planet? Something with Jubilee or something like that. I can't remember. I didn't write it down.
It's not Jabeam. Is it Jabeam?
Yeah, it's something like Jabeam or something like that.
It's Jabeam, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're like, we're going to go to this planet. We're going to get the Obi-Wan, forget all this stuff. We're going to get him out. All right, cool. So between all this, we cut back to Obi-Wan and Anakin practicing. And for me, that was the highlight of the show. Even though Anakin looks old as hell right now. They didn't do anything to his face. He looks old, and he looks weathered actor right now. He does not look like he's 16 anymore.
Yeah.
So, but those scenes were good. I really like those scenes. I think that's where the 8 point whatever it comes from for the rating, because like it brought me back to Revenge of the Sith. Like, that was awesome seeing them fight, and like you could see they picked it right up. Like the whatever their training had, like it was good. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like cheap. Like they're just doing the basic thing. Like
it was Star Wars. It was Star Wars, because all the other episodes didn't feel like Star Wars. And this episode and a little bit of the last episode part 4, they're starting to feel like a Star Wars production, right?
Yeah. It felt, it feels right. Like that, all that stuff with the training, that felt right.
Yeah.
So they finally get to the planet. Reva comes down there with a bunch of stormtroopers, and they start blasting the door. And I was like, come on, man. Stop it. Use the lightsaber and cut the thing open.
Come on.
And eventually she does, and they kind of get in there, and they start fighting, whatever. But, like, I was just like, yo, do that from the beginning. Lightsaber slices through everything. Like, what are you blasting the door for? That's a waste of time.
Yeah.
So I had some questions about the strategy there, because they're just mowing down stormtroopers.
It was
And
like
she was like in the
hand-to-hand
back.
combat, and people were just, I'm like, why isn't more people like dropping?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing though. Reva was in the back. She should have led the charge because she's the most capable out of everyone standing there.
She's like, I'm not trying
That was
to get
confusing
killed.
too. Yeah.
I
She
don't
was
want to
standing
get killed here.
way in the
Come on.
back. Like, oh, you guys can handle this. I'm gonna wait.
I don't care about these stormtroopers. You know?
There's just straight cannon fodder. I had a question. Why did Obi-Wan give his lightsaber, his communicator, and the handgun away, walk up to Reva, get captured, and then escape again? Why did that happen? Because I can't figure that out. That was poor writing for me. That's terrible.
He did not tell the guy, like, I want you to hold this for me until I get back. He said nothing. The guy he's just like, you're able to use this. Go ahead and use it. And it's just like, really?
Yeah,
I mean, so
here's my lightsaber.
Again,
here's all of my weapons and a communicator. And then Ice Cube's son was like, yo, dude, what the hell?
Another
fight
cliff,
anybody without that.
Another cliff.
I like the fact that Ice Cube's son was like, he's the voice of reason this entire episode. He was like, yo, what the hell are you guys doing right now? We got to get off this planet.
My man is coming up too, isn't he? He's getting roles. He's getting like, he's working now. He's working. He's a working actor now.
Shout out to he's still Ice Cube's son, but like shout out to him, man. He's getting work though. He's in a couple movies. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff right now. So shout out to him. But yeah, I could not for the life of me figure out what his strategy was to I'm gonna be a hostage, and then Reva's like, all right, send these guys, send him back to the rebels who have all guns and they can kill you. Like, go walk through this door and close the doors too. Like, what was that about? That was the most illogical. The strategy was gone for me. I was like, why would you just keep him here? Darth Vader comes down, boom, Obi-Wan's here, done and done.
Brought him back into his own palace. I'm like, really?
She was like, yeah, I got him. She's like, I captured him for you. He's with the rebels. They're about to get on the ship. What?
Vader rolled up in there like it was just like stormtroopers dead. I'm just like, really?
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
That was like that made no sense to me. The whole point was to get him. He surrenders, and you're like, all right, get rid of him. What? That didn't make any sense. That was terrible writing right there.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So Darth Vader is looking for Obi-Wan, and that's why he pulls down the ships and all that other stuff, and they escape. And then Reva decides to attack him. Now, Obi-Wan did say he was going to help her, but Reva just thought it's go time right now. He's looking at the ship still. That didn't seem like a good strategy. It would be better off if she waited until Obi-Wan was there, but she just decided to go.
Yeah.
And we got a cool fight because, he was just toying with her. Because like I said, Darth Vader is on a level way above her. Yeah. She has the most basic Jedi training, if you will, because she's the youngling, and then they're like, all right, we're gonna give you some swords and you get out here, you know a little bit about the Force, you got the basics of the Force, you're like level 1 of everything. So like her trying to fight Darth Vader was insane to me. Like that literally that didn't make no sense. I was like, you're not a match. He was just toying her with her. He didn't even fight her. He's just using the Force to push her back.
He was like,
stop her. Yeah, he was like, he's out here voguing. Like,
yeah, exactly. He was voguing. It was a corny fight scene, though. My opinion, that was a corny fight scene because it was like Reva has no skills as a Jedi or whatever she is.
She has that's what I'm saying. She was a youngling. She has the most because she didn't even get to the point where she would have a master, or whatever, training her. She's a youngling. You sitting up there doing ABC still, and they gave you a lightsaber and go cut down the Jedi. Like, what? How? That didn't make any sense to me. But there's like you had a learner's permit for being a Jedi at that point, and you got to go to face Darth Vader. That's insane to me. That's why I said she's no match. She'd get cut down instantly, and that's what happened. He's just toying with her, do the Force thing. He was dancing out here like. And he's like, get out of here. Then he took the lightsabers from her, which is embarrassing.
Broke them, like, give me those joints.
Yeah, smashed it. Get out of here. Yeah, I want to curse, but I'm not going to. He's like, get out of here. And then he just stabbed her and just walked off, like, peace out. And then the other Inquisitors, like, popped out of nowhere, like, hey. He just slid out. Like,
you ever, like, watch, Scarface, and when the Colombian said, "I told you not to F with me, you little monkey," just like the Inquisitor. I was like, "Whoa, there's the Grand Inquisitor. Like, he's alive."
He showed up like, "What up?" He's out here like, "What up, son? I'm still alive, bitch."
That was a complete, like, when I saw that, I was like, wow. So that was a setup from the beginning. From part one, okay, that was a setup.
We've been doing this entire time. He's sitting in the Darth Vader lounge with his feet up on the couch, like, "When's it time to go?" Nope, just gotta wait.
They were like,
so okay. I have a question. What was their plan? So they were basically like inches away from Obi-Wan already. They would have eventually found him. What was the plan of making Reva run around the galaxy, do all this stuff for her? What was the plan? I don't understand that.
Well, I think they both knew that Reva was a youngling, and she was there when Vader sliced up, or Anakin sliced up all those kids. And so they probably have been not tracking her, but just following her life, as she grew up. And they were like, hey, you know what? Maybe this person can bring us to Kenobi, because she may have a hatred for Vader because of what he did, right? But I don't understand, I still don't understand, how the Grand Inquisitor came into play either.
Yeah, but, the double cross part, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, why would you just lead her on? Like, just been like, nah, you're not going to be Grand Inquisitor. You just got to wait. Like,
or just slice her up and just, be done with it,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that didn't make any sense to me. Like, you knew she was playing you, and she had ulterior motives, and you're just used. Like, it seems like a fake twist. Like, it's a silly twist.
Sometimes, you want your revenge to be bittersweet, or you want that sort of revenge. Just like, okay,
yeah,
we brought you all the way here, and now you're about to die. And hey, look, you didn't kill me. I'm here. I'm the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Oh boy, took the Grand Inquisitor logo off her. This belongs to me. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is, yeah, man. It was okay.
I didn't understand that twist. It didn't make sense to me.
Okay, so this episode, like I said, this episode, it really felt like a Star Wars production. I mean,
it felt more like Star Wars, yeah.
The color grading, the lights, just the type of action. They didn't go hardcore with the action.
Yeah, but they skipped on the budget. They're like, yo, we got to tone this down.
They saved $2,000,
you get 20 guys.
$200,000 here, exactly.
Yeah, you get 20 guys. Get out there.
And then Kenobi, like I said before, Kenobi, just all of a sudden, he got his mojo back. I mean, the way he force pushed Reva all the way back. Did you see that?
Yeah, he threw her across the room. Like, yeah,
that was slick. I was like, dude, I mean, come on. So he's getting his fighting back. And the other thing is Tala died, but she went out hardcore, didn't she?
Yeah, she did the grenade. I had a question about that. Why'd you throw the grenade? Why'd you just hold on to it? They're over there. I was just like, boom. All you gotta do is a wrist roll. Let the grenade roll down there.
She's gonna
do more damage.
If she threw it, she would still get sliced up. She was that close.
Yeah, no, she was gonna die anyway. But I'm just saying, she did it like suicide. She should have just tossed it. Could done more damage, because Reva got away from that.
She went all the other Taliban.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, pull a ripcord. Like, yo. But she could just throw it. Like, I would have had 3 seconds on that joint, just tossed it over there across the room.
Try to crawl out.
You know what?
Something.
Yeah. She's gonna survive. They can fix her up. She's still good.
The close quarter fighting that they were doing, I'm just like, why wasn't more people killed? I mean, they were just so close to each other.
I think that's Disney saying hey, tone this down. It's kind of violent already. No blood, nothing. Hey, tone it down a little bit.
In the fight scene when they were fighting inside that cave or whatever, I saw one time where Kenobi actually stabbed
somebody. Yeah,
it went through someone, and I was like, whoa, okay. So because when Reva was when she was kneeling down when Vader was about to stab her, In other movies, Vader would have just sliced her head
They
off.
would have showed it. They would cut the head off.
Right. With the two sabers. Boom.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Count
He did
Dooku
it.
was about to do it to him. Like
Yep.
it's payback. But like, yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely cut people off. Like he would just he was like boom, slice it up. They didn't even show it because I guess they want her to live. So that was unusual to me.
So this whole episode was basically filmed on Jabim and also on Vader's ship. Mostly Jabim, right?
But again, like I said, LED screen. They use that to. They use that LED screen all over the place.
Dude. I mean, it's hard. It's. You think they put that joint on layaway and still making payments on it, or they just bought it outright? Because they are getting their money's worth.
Yeah, but a bunch of productions are using it right now too. I know Zack Snyder's using it in his next movie. So whatever that thing is, like they're getting their money's worth right now.
Is this a Disney movie that Snyder's putting together?
No, I think it's for Netflix.
Oh, but so they're renting this joint out. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're using that same technology. Whether I don't know if it's Disney's or it's a production company that they're just giving out to the studios. I'm not sure. I need to look into that. But yeah, I know there's other people using it for other films now too, because it is handy.
Yeah.
You know, you just gotta because they used it in Batman, the last Batman movie. They used that in there too. All the stuff with the skylines, whatever. Like he's just sitting in a room.
I'm kind of sad that Tala is gone because I sort of liked her character. You know, she was just really stoic with, you know, who she was and what she was doing. So, you know, I really appreciated that. But like I said, man, this is the Leia show. Leia is
100%.
Leia is holding it down. She's like, get me a ladder, fool.
Yo, you got to get that t-shirt. Get me a ladder.
Get me a ladder, fool. I'm telling you. It's just like, what? Okay. Like, yo, listen to her. You know, she is the princess, you know, take me home. And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. So, like, when Kenobi basically was, you know, just listening to that message that old boy sent him, and the guy was basically saying, like,
you don't delete your messages after you get them? Like, yo.
Dude. And he basically said what we sort of predicted was, okay, here we are. We have one episode left. They're still not off the planet. They're still not back at Leia's home planet, right?
Yeah. So, like, how long is the last episode going to be? Because you have to drop her off. That's going to be like 20 minutes right there. And then you got to go to Tatooine and save Luke. So how long is that going to take?
And so that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, you know what? So this whole season may be getting Leia off the planet. But then they're going to have the other issue with Luke. Someone's going to try and kidnap Luke. So are we going to have, like, is this a kidnapping show or what? This is weird.
Looks like it. You said it. You said it in the last episode. It's going to be a kidnapping show.
This is
Here's
weird,
the other
dude.
problem.
What's up?
Luke has never seen a lightsaber before up until A New Hope. So they can't have a fight here, and he sees it. Because according to New Hope, Obi-Wan walked into his house, sat him down, and said, "This is your father's lightsaber," and that's the first time he's ever seen one. So he cannot physically see them fight. Because he never knew what a Jedi was. He never knew anything about them. All he knows is that he doesn't even know what a lightsaber looks like. He's never seen one before.
Yeah. So they're going
to... the first time Obi-Wan hands it to him, that's the first time he's ever seen one. So they cannot see each other.
So Luke is going to get kidnapped. So is that what they're saying?
I guess. I hope not.
This is weird.
That's going to be dumb if they get kidnapped. I hope that Reva and Obi-Wan fight somewhere else and they don't even get to Luke's house, because that wrecks A New Hope right there.
Yeah.
That's a huge plot hole.
And the other thing is, now that you brought up Reva, how could she not know that Vader knows her every move? He knows you're behind me. You're behind me. I know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as a person who trained as a young Jedi, she should know this.
Yeah. That
they can sense your presence.
That was silly.
You're not gonna walk up and tiptoe up in and he's like, oh my God, you got me. Like, what is that? Yeah. You're a young Jedi. This is Jedi 101 with the Force, that they can sense your presence.
Yeah.
That's like, that don't make any sense. That was stupid.
Exactly, and then she was when she was trying to get the information from Leia, like the last episode, and she was like, "Oh, you're
Yeah,
pretty
you should
strong." So
know.
she's like force sensitive, and it's just like,
You
"Oh,
should
okay,
have known we was force sensitive and
right."
just cut her up right then and
There,
there.
it looks like just judging from like when Kenobi found all the sabers, right?
Mhm.
Like, oh, wait a minute, they're either dead or there are other Jedi out there. That's the twist. I keep saying this
Laying
week in and
low.
week out. Hmm?
That is dumb. That their
Yeah,
Jedi's laying low. That is dumb.
yeah. It's just like these are. I don't.
That's dumb.
I keep
So you're
saying it
telling me
episode after
basically
episode.
basically what they're implying is there's a bunch of Jedi on this ship right now, and they put their lightsabers in a box and walked away. That is
Wow.
dumb.
And they're not even talking to General Kenobi, who's basically the
Who they
general
would
of like the.
obviously know who he is.
Right, exactly. So
That's dumb. That's
it's a lot
terrible
of
writing.
weird stuff here, man.
That's terrible writing right
And
there.
I'm a
If
little
those guys are alive.
disappointed that it took
Mm,
the fifth episode for it to start feeling and looking like Star Wars.
yeah. Yeah. I don't.
Like,
Yeah, I have problems with this show. That's why I can't rate it. You got to see this last episode. I'm still
yeah.
like,
I mean, if there were an episode that I would rate, it could be this one, but I'm not going to. We only have one episode left, and we'll just
yeah,
rate
we'll
the
see how this
whole,
turns
the
out.
whole season, but
Mhm.
hopefully, next week or whenever it's going to come out, Leia will be back on her home planet, but Kenobi will be on another kidnapping hunt or, escapades or
Apparently,
whatever it is.
guys, Kidnappers Incorporated, man.
It,
You got to stop this.
it's
There's
also going
other
to
things to
be,
do besides kidnapping kids. Disney, get your act together.
I mean, come on, and Reva is just not a Jedi. She doesn't have the skill set.
Yeah,
She's almost like a newbie at it, right?
she's literally a newbie. She knows how to do a force pull and a push. That's it, and some basics on sword fighting. That's all she's got. The basics that you would train kids with. That's all she has. That's why I'm like, Reva fighting Obi-Wan, if that's even a challenge for him, I'm done with this show. I can't rate it anything.
Yeah,
Obi-Wan should have no problem taking care of her because her skill level is still of a child.
yeah, that's
She did
true.
not train properly. And I do not believe for a second the Emperor or Darth Vader is sitting there training these guys like properly. I don't believe
Yeah,
that for a second. They don't have the Academy of Inquisitors. These guys just are they're better than the basics, and they're just surviving off of that fact.
yeah. And they also have stormtroopers too, so they come in like deep and strong
Yeah,
too.
yeah, you have numbers, but you're counting on the fact that you have the numbers, and these guys are trying to hide from you. That's all you're counting on. But if these guys are all younglings and he's dragged them out of the temple or whatever and just took them over, start working for you, their skill level will be basic at best. Logically.
So before we wrap this up, do you want to make any predictions for the next part?
Well, I'm gonna say this: that Riva is definitely going for Luke. That's obvious, and Riva and Obi-Wan are gonna have their fight. Episode 6. That's what's gonna
Okay.
happen.
Why would she go for Luke? Why would she go after Luke though?
For plot contrivances, there's no reason for it.
Yeah,
She should be trying to live.
because Vader and the Inquisitors, they know you're a traitor, you're a spy,
Yeah.
whatever.
Dude, if she's still alive, they'll be out to get her. So she should be in a space hospital right now, getting a new heart, and that should be the end of that.
Yeah.
That's the end of Riva's story right there. That's what it should be. But somehow she's got a hole in her chest, and she's gonna go to Tatooine and fight Obi-Wan. This is poor writing.
It
This is
would
very
not
poor.
surprise me. I'm gonna make a prediction. It would not surprise me if if Riva told Kenobi that there are more like me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just people out there or Inquisitors, because the Inquisitors are Jedi who just like went rogue or whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, force sensitive people, and I think some of them were Jedi, and some of them were just and they just gave them basics. Here's a lightsaber. Get out there.
Right.
That's all they did.
Like, here's some
It spins
lemonade. Sell me
around.
some lemonade.
Exactly.
Create a
This thing
lemonade
spins really
stand and
fast.
right.
Get out there. Get some work done. Like, get on the block, man. Give me some Jedi. That's all they did.
Right. The other prediction that could happen would be all the other Jedi just come out of hiding, right?
I mean, it's
And
possible.
you have to this cannot be about Leia and Luke, just trying to save them or protect them. I understand why you have to, because they're the
Terrible
future.
strategy.
But this is like, it's silly. We already know what
It's
happened to them.
boring.
We already had the movies.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
You
reason
know?
why it's boring.
Yeah.
He should be doing stuff for other people because you know the outcome. Leia's gonna live and Luke is gonna live. Luke's gonna become a Jedi, save the galaxy. You already know this. There's literally nothing that can happen to him. There's no stakes because you know what's gonna happen at the
Yeah.
end of the day. That's why focusing on him is dumb. They should have skipped over both of them in general and done adventures doing other stuff.
He should have been a Jedi for hire, just go out there, get
Yeah,
money,
just doing like a lone, like a lone samurai or Ronin.
Right. Exactly.
You're out there like you don't have a master, so you're just doing work. Do
Yeah.
the sword play with their whatever. What's the Ronin thing is that they work for jobs, the skills of being a samurai.
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing. Out there
That's it,
helping
man.
people in the galaxy and keeping an eye on Luke. That's what they should have done the show about. But because you made it about Luke and Leia, you're limited with what they can do because you know what the outcome's going to be. Everybody else is irrelevant. That's like the Rebel One movie. Like you knew what the outcome was going to be, no matter what. Like they're going to blow up that planet, or they're gonna get destroyed in there, and everyone's going to die on the planet. Like you knew that was going to happen, and they're going to get the plans out. The entire movie was about getting these plans about the Death Star out to Leia. That was the whole point of the movie.
That was it.
So like no matter everything else beforehand is irrelevant till you get to the last 10 minutes of the movie, and that was the whole point of the movie. So like that's where we're at right now. They have to move past the Skywalkers and get somewhere else and tell them more stories.
Yeah.
Because you're stuck in this box.
And hey, season 2. Like now it's Luke. Now it's a Luke show.
Are they gonna get a season 2?
You would think so, right?
I don't know. Like, I guess like you can do more stuff with Darth Vader, but like, is it gonna be the Obi-Wan show anymore?
I mean, if I had my druthers, I'd say like, let's change up Kenobi. Let's make Kenobi this person who's looking for Jedi and getting the Jedi Council back together.
Honestly, it should have been a Darth Vader show.
Yeah,
that would have been better. Have him do bad stuff for the whole thing because everyone's rooting for him anyway. That would have been awesome. The Darth Vader show.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy,
he can do stuff because you can fill in the gaps for his storyline, and you don't have to worry about Luke and Leia. You can do whatever you want because no one knows what happened between then.
Well, we have one episode left, one part left. We are not going to rate this yet. We are going to give this our big rating after we watch part 6. So we will see. Well, there you have it. Another episode of the Behind the Groove podcast. I am Basil Barrington.
I am DJ Keo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And until next time, peace.